We can't even.
Jesus
Yep.
Christ.
I can cut it out if we need to. I can edit anything too, so
No,
we
it's
can
okay.
just.
A couple things. The north-south position was mentioned. If you didn't see it.
Not only was it, I was in the MMA lounge.
Yes.
Everybody hates my guts because I was like, fucking Glover's gonna win. Glover's gonna get on top of him. He's gonna ride his face. He's gonna put him in Kimura. And then round 2 comes. I'm like, he's gonna do it in round 2. Round 2 comes. I think it was round 2, right? Round 2 comes along. It may have been round 3. Round 2 he had him, but round 3 he was getting pieced up. I think for a second.
Yeah.
And then they were full north south, and I was like, north south, let's go.
They even said it. They were like, that's north-south position. And the crowd started laughing because, they're just like, that's funny.
Dude, I was so pumped when I saw that. I was so happy. It was meant to be.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we got to take that picture and silhouette it.
Yeah, really. Seriously.
I felt Yuri would win. I didn't think he would have to fight like that. He damn near they fought a great fight, man. Like Glover is a goddamn monster, dude. He took so much punishment and it was right there, dude.
Okay, but there's a couple things that we got to discuss because I'm not really impressed with Yuri. I think he's a great fighter, but
Yeah.
only because Yuri's a great fighter. But
No, he's
everybody's
good.
ruining Yuri because everybody's riding his dick so goddamn hard, and it's making it hard to like him. Because like he is cool, but like everybody's like, yo, he's like the ultimate samurai 5 rings guy, and it's like this guy has serious CTE problems probably. Like like they tried to have an interview with him. I don't know if you saw this. They were trying to do an interview with him, and he's talking for like a good minute after they already started the segment.
Yeah.
And he's just like rambling about fucking nothing, and like he barely. I hate to be rude, and like maybe he's just trying to over-explain himself, but like he doesn't really speak English very well. His interviews and stuff is different when he speaks in Czech or whatever is the language they speak.
What is he? Is he Czechoslovakian?
He's from Czech Republic.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought he was Polish or something.
Same thing.
It's just me being ignorant.
Same exact thing.
But yeah, Yuri to me, I like his style. It's kind of like it's scary style because he's so open, but it works for him. He has a lot of power in his hands. I was surprised by his heart. Like Glover had him a lot of bad spots. That fight, I literally thought Glover was gonna win. Yuri's gonna win. Glover's gonna win. It was really like that. It was really like that. I don't like that. But I mean, to me, Glover is 40. He's past 40. Heart of a lion, but I mean, you're 40-something years old, man. So Yuri's just a young buck, dude. And but Yuri has a lot of holes, obviously. I felt like Glover let him off the hook a couple times, honestly, too.
Yeah, I think Glover really messed up a couple times, and that was the real problem. I think Glover made huge mistakes. He's 42. Fantastic striking, right? He has really good striking.
He was hanging with him.
He has a head made out of bricks.
Oh, yeah.
He got hit quite a few times, and I was worried about that. And he can just plow through that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people that get hit by Yuri normally don't last like that. So, big ups to Glover for taking those shots because there's usually knock other people out. But yeah, I mean, I'm with you on Yuri. I'm not completely sold on him. I think that division is very thin. I mean, John Jones left that division shambles. You had a Reyes who people are like, oh, he's the next greatest thing. No one talks about him no more. It's just, you know what I mean? I mean, Jan just lost his title after winning it. Glover just won his title and then lost it. So that's what I mean. Like the skill level, it's all very even. There's no one that stands out really in heavyweight. Yuri kind of just won the belt. Third fight, but like I said, he has a lot of openings, man. I wouldn't be surprised Yuri gets sparked. That's all. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, me too. That's all I'm saying. And not that he's not amazing. And honestly, like his striking was fantastic. His body shots.
Yeah, I loved it, man. It's really awkward.
His uppercuts, you don't see them, and they're wide. They're swinging. He reaches weight. It's like Ngannou almost. The way he uppercuts people.
Yeah, dude, what a great fight. I mean, there's other great fights too, but we have to talk about this man because what is your fight next?
Well, hold on. First of all, also we have to talk about the rollout from Yuri. Yuri rolled out of that choke, and I did not see that. He moonwalked out of the. He was like in a Darce or something.
Yeah.
And then he just rolled out of it. His grappling was way better than I expected.
I thought he was done, and then he does the thumbs up. I was like, holy shit! I thought he was done right there too.
I thought he was already out.
I'm not. Yeah, he's like, I'm not out.
I saw
somebody. A monster, man. What a monster, dude.
I saw somebody trolling that he tapped in the first round, like 1 minute to
Yeah, he
go.
was doing that. He did a couple times, but I don't know what that was, honestly, because I was like, you gotta be careful, Yuri. You might just be doing it out of habit, but that kind of looks like you're quitting, But the referee
Okay.
knew it. Yeah, the referee didn't call it. He did it a couple times. He did, I think, in the fifth, and because people in the chat I was with watching it were like, oh, it looks like he's tapping, but they didn't stop it or anything.
Somebody
So
else said that too, and
interesting.
then
Yeah,
someone
yeah, it did
after.
look like it.
Okay, I gotta go back and see that because I kind
It
of like
wasn't your
vaguely
normal like
remembered.
tap
Yeah.
tap. It was more of just like I'm here still. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. It was confusing. But Yuri was a samurai that night. He really was.
Uh,
But he beat Glover, man. I'm just saying
he beat
Glover's an
Glover.
old champ. Yeah, Glover's a great fighter,
Glover
but
fucked up 4 or 5 times. Epic
he
fuck
did.
ups.
Not only that, I don't like when fighters are like, I have 2 fights left. He's already planning his retirement and shit. Like
Well,
I
that
don't
was
like
with
I
his
don't like when they're in the
posters.
headspace. Yeah, but
He
I'm just
said,
saying in that headspace, they're just kind of like, yeah, it's okay if I win or lose. I did what I wanted to do. Like he blew his load and he was fine with it. There was no
"Who
dog
else
left.
is?" No, the next fight's gonna be. In my opinion, I think the next fight's gonna be Glover versus Yuri again, and
You think the
then
rematch?
yeah, and I think Yuri's gonna smoke him, but
I mean, that's a juicy rematch. You can't ask for a better rematch in the light heavyweight division
there's
right
no
now.
other fight to make in the division.
Yeah, I mean, Jan's gonna bark, but Jan kind of won by disqualification. Not like he knocked out the other guy. That one guy hurt himself. Remember in this fight?
I don't
Jan
remember.
fought. I forgot the other guy's name, but Jan fought the other guy that was really beastie, and then that guy ended up like hurting his leg, and he couldn't continue. But it wasn't like Jan knocked him out or anything. So Jan, I'm still not sold on Jan being back fully either. I don't know.
I like Jan. I think Jan's
I do
pretty
like
good. He's
Jan,
got,
man. How do you not
yeah.
like Jan? It's like the nicest
He
guy
beat
in the
fucking
fucking
Izzy.
thing.
He's the only guy to beat
He did
Izzy.
Izzy. He did, and Izzy needs
Gained
to be
Izzy's
careful.
record.
Talking about Izzy, we got Pereira fighting Strickland next, and I'm telling you, that's the setup for Izzy. Pereira
Well,
beats
Izzy's fighting
Strickland.
what's his
He's
face?
fighting Jared Cannonier, but that's more of a like
That's
here's the feed.
I've been waiting for that, and I think
Really,
Cannonier's
you
got a
don't think
great
it's a
shot.
feed? I think
What?
it's a feed, man. Yeah, I
Jared
saw.
Cannonier's
Yeah, dude. I'll tell you why.
amazing.
He's amazing, but Whitaker pieced him up really bad, and then
Mm.
Whitaker kind of couldn't do that to Izzy as he was doing that to him. So I just feel like it's different levels. Like he's a great fighter, but he's just not like that kind of level where you can
Yeah.
control every aspect of the fight, kind of. Unless you're not trying to take Izzy down, you're not going to beat the guy. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man. There's something about Jared Cannonier. I feel like Jared Cannonier is gonna try to take him down, though. I think he isn't he like
Yes,
a
man.
wrestler?
Look, dude, the only guy that's ever been able to stand with Izzy and beat him is Pereira. All right, like I'm serious, and this was in
No,
kickboxing.
I
So
do agree that that's gonna
yeah,
be the build up.
it has to be, man. Because I mean, we can have him fight Vittori a third time. Like Vittori, I like Vittori like you do, but he's just an all around fighter. Nothing special. Nothing special to me. Sorry, Vittori. You're good, man. But
Good, but you're not that good.
exactly. It is what it is. Prove me wrong. Prove me you're better than that. But you got to prove it.
He lost twice to Adesanya or just once?
He lost twice though.
Yeah.
Adesanya is
Yeah.
starting to make another route of his division. So, I mean, Jared Cannonier is the last guy that he has not fought yet in his division. So he's fresh. And then Pereira, if he wins, beats Strickland, I believe Pereira will fight him, obviously. But I don't know if Strickland fought Izzy yet. Have they fought already, too?
I don't think so. I don't know though.
He might have fought him already. Let me go double check this.
It doesn't sound like somebody he would have fought because he would have only fought like
It was
big
before
names.
Strickland became Big Mouth.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because why would have Izzy fought him? Because it wasn't a big enough name for Izzy.
Maybe when Izzy was coming up. That's all I mean. Like it was an older fight when Izzy was coming up the ranks.
Mm,
But I'm not sure. They probably not. They probably have not fought yet. So,
yeah, probably not.
and I mean, I don't know. Like this is a good question. Is Strickland a better fight selling than Pereira because he has the mouth, he has the stupid shit he's gonna say. He's
They
gonna
have
say
not
a
fought.
lot of
I just
crazy shit. So yeah, they have not fought. All right, so there is that. Or do you take Pereira? The guy who's actually defeated Izzy twice, and it's kind of like this huge build-up story. Like, yeah, you could run to the UFC, but I'm coming too. You
So
know,
he lost. Izzy's got 3 losses. Oh no, he's got quite a few losses. He's got 5 losses.
he lost twice to Pereira in kickboxing. I think one was by decision and another one was by knockout. And knocked Izzy out. It was a pretty nasty knockout too. And Pereira was kind of if I remember correctly, Pereira was
Unanimous. No, right
making fun
before
of
the
him.
yeah. Oh really?
Yeah, like he put his face in when he was knocked out. He put his face down, like, yeah, now what? Kind of like that. So Pereira and him, they ain't good friends. You can tell.
Mm.
Yeah, because Pereira knocked him out. He literally was like, now what? Like all up in his face. And I was like, damn.
Kickboxers are like a different. They're not as they're ruthless, man. They're a little more
They're
fucking.
ruthless, man. They got the nastiest knees you'll ever see on any MMA fighter. They got
What?
nasty ass elbows, and they got really good striking. Usually,
There was some video recently of the guy that's always on Rogan.
I always said it, man.
Him
If I
fucking
was,
elbowing some guy at a bar.
bro, I'm telling you, man. If I was training MMA, if I could only pick 2 styles, I would take wrestling and Muay Thai. That's all you need, man. Wrestling and Muay Thai.
I was
That's
gonna
all
say
I take.
wrestling and boxing, but yeah, I guess so.
Well, I mean, you want great knees, right? Great kicks. Muay Thai is going to give you that, and it's going to give you decent boxing. Maybe not better than a pure boxer, but it's going to make you good enough in that pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
To use your knees and kicks,
yeah.
because knees and
You
kicks
need.
mixed with your punches are devastating.
Yeah, I guess if you're a wrestler and a kickboxer, I wonder.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to be afraid of someone like taking you down. You wouldn't be afraid of like taking position on the ground. You would be experienced with that, and then you would be a kick. Because honestly, like, what's a Muay Thai's biggest weakness? Getting taken down and pounded out. We
I
saw that
just
with Demetrius Johnson versus the #1 kickboxer in the world. So
I feel
Demetrius
like
Johnson just
boxing
fought him.
always ends up fucking winning ultimately
Yeah, it's not true
in
though, because
MMA.
like, so MMA, there was the one fight where Demetrius Johnson fought the best kickboxer in the world in his weight division, and the kickboxer was looking good in the first because the first fight was boxing only, and then the second round, DJ comes out, he literally wraps the guy up. He kind of defends for a couple seconds, and then it's over. So that's what I mean. Like the difference in like real fighting skill is completely like crazy, because no matter how good you are on your feet, if somebody knows what they're doing, they'll just grab you down and you're done. It doesn't matter how you know what I mean. It does not matter.
How many champions win by their legs?
What do you mean, like knockouts and stuff, or use their
Yeah,
legs? So
not
as in
many
striking? Damn, that's a good one. Probably Barboza. He won a lot of fights with his
champion
legs.
champions. I said
Champions. Pettis,
champions.
maybe. Pettis was a decent kicker. Had a couple highlight kicks, but not
He was
truly.
Showtime. Yeah, no, I'm talking
Yeah.
about who's known for. That's what I'm saying. Because kickboxing
Um.
is good, but I'm talking about the guys that the champions. It's boxing.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. But I
You
mean,
want to
if
know. You want to know how to throw a kick, obviously.
yeah,
But
if you're talking about that, it's got to be Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Even though he hasn't been a champ, he's probably
not a
displayed the
champion.
best kick.
Doesn't
Yeah,
count.
probably
The only
displayed the best kicking though. You know what I'm
there's like
saying? But
one.
you know, and,
There's
and he has
one.
great strikes. He has great strikes. Stephen Thompson's one of those guys that basically
Nah,
gets
man, he
laid
gets
on and
knocked out.
loses.
He gets
He gets
knocked out
knocked
by good
out.
boxers.
He does. He does.
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying, man.
he couldn't
That's
beat Woodley. Woodley wasn't a great boxer. I'm sorry, he wasn't. He
well,
lost to
he
Woodley.
get that's a fact because he got
All
knocked
right.
out by freaking Jake Paul. So
That is true. I mean, Jake Paul might be decent, but
he's a
Woodley's not a
good, but he's
boxer.
not. He's not. He shouldn't
I
be
don't think
knocking out
Jake
Tyron
Paul
Woodley.
is. I don't know, because Tyrone's not really a great fucking boxer to me, honestly. He's just a guy that has power in his hands. He threw one punch, knocked Robbie Lawler out. That so because you throw one power punch, you connect, you knock Robbie Lawler out. Now you're a great boxer and fighter. Nah, dude, he threw a punch.
Yeah.
He didn't fucking dodge it. He didn't get out of the way. You hit him. Good. That's still one punch.
He's
What
got
happened to
power.
the last 5 fights? Luke turned his ass up.
Well,
Covington
he shouldn't
tuned
be
his
getting
ass
knocked
up.
out.
You know what I mean?
Regardless of whether or not he should be knocking out people, that's different. But I'm talking about he shouldn't
Yeah.
be getting knocked out by Jake Paul, regardless.
Yeah, I mean, I always liked Woodley, but I've seen Marquette literally destroy this guy in the pocket with like some of the nastiest knockout hits you'll ever seen. Like he was destroying Woodley, and then he finishes him with like an elbow or something, and he just falls to the ground.
Mhm.
I'm just like, I
The
don't
only
know, man.
champion I can think of that is kicks primarily Crow Cop. I'm like, I can't think of
Mm,
another champion that is
that's a great
actually.
one.
That's
Yeah,
the only one.
but I don't think he was a champ. If we're talking about Pride champ, maybe I don't know if he was
Well,
Pride
that's what I'm
champ though.
saying. But I mean, that's before UFC was UFC, so it's like it
Yeah,
kind of
but
counts.
I don't know if he was Pride champ though, because he
I wouldn't
fought
even know.
Fedor. He
I wouldn't
fought
even know.
Fedor. and Fedor beat him. That was a great fight too.
Pride.
You can't take anything away from the Pride fighters because of this example. Pride fighters came over to the UFC and won titles. Rampage Jackson being one of them. He won the title. He even defended it a couple times. Verdum came over from Pride. He won the heavyweight title. He beat Kane. So, like, the Pride fighters, man, they're just as good as the UFC fighters, man. There's no real difference. They're really good too. They're up there with the higher echelon of fighters. I mean, like, it's just the truth, man. The rules might be different. Some of them probably did steroids and shit. Obviously, they didn't test for it. But, like, come on, we're talking about the UFC. Who the fuck hasn't popped for something dirty in UFC? You got Dillashaw winning titles, doing EPO and shit. Like, no, you got Anderson Silva popping, John Jones popping. And the steroid shit, like, they all cheat, man. They really do. If you can get an edge, they'll take it.
So he's only won K1 Pride and Ryzen Grand Prix championships. He's never been a
Okay.
belt holder, I don't think.
Okay.
I think those are like. Yeah, that's it. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Sorry. I didn't mean to go back to the Crow Crop thing. It really doesn't matter. But
No, that was a great
I,
example because Crow Cup was championship material. He might have been a Pride champ or a Grand Prix champ or something like that. But he
Yeah,
was. How about
not
this?
going.
In one point in time, Crow Cup was considered either the best in the world or second best next to Fedor. You can give him that.
Right.
There you go.
Okay. Fine. Fair enough. But okay. But this is my point though. Kicks don't fucking make that. They don't make you a champion.
Okay.
Unfortunately. So kickboxing, I'm with you. Like it seems like
Mhm.
logically yes.
Yeah.
But then you have Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
And then what does Conor do? He puts your lights out.
Yeah. He's a KO artist for sure.
If you have great boxing and you
He
have
has
great
great
wrestling,
boxing.
and that's
Conor
it.
has great boxing. He really does. He sees it. He sees the openings and he knows how to take them. I think people have studied Conor a lot and they know his habits now. So you see people like Poirier and these people fighting him better. Because, dude, I'm telling you, they didn't want to get knocked out like they did
And
before,
he's
bro.
precise too. When he
Oh, yeah,
punches,
he's accurate.
it's like so
Yeah.
smooth. He's
Yeah,
so
because
into it.
he knows how to properly do it. Like, Conor definitely is probably one of the pure boxers, I guess, in MMA
Yeah.
where he sets up a shot and he's really accurate. He's very accurate. Like,
I mean, say what you want about him. I mean, he won championships and he held them.
yeah,
He knocked
look,
dudes the fuck out.
you
Like,
can't take anything away from Conor. Maybe you can be like, oh, he never defended his belt and stuff, but that's fine. He still was double champ. He destroyed Aldo, who was regarded and still regarded as the GOAT of that title or that weight class, honestly. And he knocked out Aldo when Aldo was goddamn king of the world.
right.
Never lost a fight in UFC, was still like 10 years, like unstoppable. Conor comes out, flatlines him. It's like, okay. And
Eddie
then he comes back
Alvarez.
out and he flatlines Eddie Alvarez. Even I would say
Yep.
his fight against Eddie was even worse than Aldo because he made Eddie look completely like he did not belong.
And it was up a class, right? So
It was.
and he wasn't supposed to be better.
He wasn't.
He's not. You're supposed to just be like you're supposed to have a problem, and it's supposed to be like, oh, this is gonna be a challenge.
Exactly. Like most of the time, it looks like Holloway versus Poirier. He moves up,
or like
he doesn't. He
Adesanya
lacks the
versus
power.
Yan. Yeah.
Or yeah, they lack the power. They can still do what they do, but they lack the power to make a difference and stuff like that.
Can't wait for Cejudo, man. I love Cejudo. Everybody hates him. I love him. I love him. I love him. I want more Cejudo.
I don't know why you would hate Cejudo. He's a fucking G.
Many
dude.
people do. I'm just saying.
They hate him because
and I can understand.
That's fine. He gets in their panties. That's fine. But if you're easily trolled, it's because you're ignorant. You're dumb, dude. You can't take sarcasm and you're just being stupid. Henry Cejudo is a double champ. He's destroyed fucking the who's who of his fucking weight classes. He took the title from the most experienced and like most defenses ever in Mighty Mouse, who had like 13 fucking defenses.
Yeah.
He takes his shit. Right, he knocks out Dominic
Kicked him
Cruz.
out of the fucking organization.
Exactly, he beats Dominic Cruz, who's a past champion, a weight class up.
Saved the division.
Yeah, and he beats Dillashaw, who's the biggest EPO cheat probably in UFC history. So I mean, yeah, and he's talking about. Think about this. He wants to come back and fight Volkanovski.
Yes.
This guy is not afraid. He wants the challenge and he wants to seize it.
And you can't. How do you hate that? You're gonna come back in and leave. It's like, so what? Just make it happen, Dana. Come on. Don't even matter.
I want to see it. I want to see Volkanovski get tested. You know what I mean? Max Holloway, Ortega, like it's the only people that's ever even given this guy a fight.
I can't wait for that. I'm so excited for that. It's the best. That's what I want.
Yeah. Sorry about that, but let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Volkanovski very dominant. Who's more dominant? Who's the most dominant right now? You see, is it Usman or Volkanovski?
I think. Oh, that's a really good question.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, okay, I'm reluctant to say the truth.
Gotta
So
say the truth. Keep it real.
Volkanovski.
Okay.
I don't want to be honest with you. So
Okay.
Volkanovski.
Okay.
You know what
That's
I'm
fine.
saying?
I mean, I'm not really a fan of Usman, but I am a fan of like your just competitiveness and your durability. And like Usman is like he's up there, man. He really is.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He
Usman
doesn't like
is
beatable. That's kind of the problem with him.
the competition he's fighting and just manhandling and then
Yeah.
getting better and better and better. Here's the thing, though. It's not. He's beating showboats. So maybe
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Colby Covington is good, but is he really
Mhm.
that good?
Yeah, I
So
would
what?
say it is.
He beat the brakes off of who was it? Freaking Robbie Lawler. Who was it that he
I
fucking
think Kobe's
beat
beating the
up?
brakes off most people he's fought,
A lot
except
of people.
Usman.
Everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody. He's pretty much done the same thing to everybody except Usman.
Yeah.
And
For
he's the
sure.
only guy to actually give Usman his hardest fights.
But
Literally.
Usman knocked out Masvidal. A lot of people didn't see that coming. No one
No,
saw
they
that
didn't.
coming.
But I mean, Masvidal
I didn't see
didn't.
that coming. I
Masvidal
didn't
didn't.
want that.
Masvidal didn't respect him. He didn't respect him on the feet, and he paid for it. Really, is what it was. He
I
literally threw a hard ass right hand, and he left his face right there.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, shit,
He
dude. What do
pulled
you
a
want?
Tyron Woodley before Tyron
He
Woodley
really
even did
did,
that.
dude. Like Masvidal should have not been hit by that punch, but he
Really.
did.
He just wasn't focused.
Wasn't, but that's also disrespect too because you're not respecting like that guy's abilities. Maybe because he wasn't hitting you with anything significant, but you didn't respect it, and then you put your face there in the wrong spot and you left it there. You
Mm-hmm.
Tyron Woodley, Jake Paul did that to Tyrone. Like I'm coming with the right hook again. Boop. Good night.
Good
Good night.
night.
All it takes one.
Bye bye. Man, dude, there's so many knockouts. Are you want to go back to the
Yeah,
card?
yeah. So let's go to Joanna, man. Let's go Joanna and Wei Lee. How'd you
Oh,
like
God.
that, dude?
First of all, that was an amazing fight. An amazing
It
fight.
was good. Um,
But her
what the story?
retirement, I kind of want to talk about her retirement more than anything.
Okay, let's take it to that.
Well, okay. Well, what's her name? Whaley's mad fucking strong.
She is.
She's
That
mad
Cejudo
strong.
training is paid off.
She's training with Cejudo?
Yeah, that's why she's all like grappling heavy right now. Cejudo be training her.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. She ragdolled Joanna, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Um,
And she's also starting to grow on me, man. I don't know. She's all tanned up. She's kind of cute. I kind of like her now.
who, Wei Lee?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting into it.
Want some Wei Lee? All right. She might like you. She
I
don't
like
like
it.
she don't like fighting America because she got
I
booed
think she
last time.
likes Joanna, man. She was like, Joanna's gorgeous. Oh, I was like, oh, dude, I think you want some
Damn.
Joanna. I don't even think you realize you want Joanna.
She's a rug muncher. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. I am too.
Red Rug Munchers. I like iron.
I am too. Don't worry. We got something in common.
Yum. But yes. What was I saying? I
Now,
forgot.
so the
She's mad
fight,
strong, yeah.
I really thought she was starting to get her alien head again. She was taking a lot of punches on the ground. Wei
Mhm.
Lee is strong as fuck. She was just like, go over here, you know, like I want you over here now. I'm like just manhandling her. Joanna been out. She hasn't fought in probably like 2 years. The last time she fought was against this chick. So I mean, like she did have time off. She didn't look like she was up to this fight. You know what I mean? She should have had a tune-up fight. You can't just come back and like fight the person that's pretty much as good as to be the champion.
She
You know what I mean?
couldn't do that though, because then
Yeah.
it looks like she didn't have confidence if she did that.
So if I told you you fight Wei Lee, but if you lose to Wei Lee, you are probably gonna retire. Would you take a regular fight? Because I'm pretty sure most fighters
No,
don't
she
want to
didn't.
retire until they take a bag loss, right? You know what I mean?
No, but she said I think she didn't even know she was gonna retire tonight. She was like, I just decided now's the time. I've been thinking about it, and I knew after this loss, this was it. She also
Okay.
said,
So
I
she had
forget.
retirement on the mind. So that means maybe you don't try
She
as
said
hard as you think.
She said I'm 35 and I want to have a kid, and I was like, yo, go. Honestly, this is the first time I really like Joanna, man.
No, that's
Like
fine. Then she's doing it smart because what the fuck you're gonna try to have a kid and
she,
you're getting punched in your stomach and shit all the time, you know?
I watched her.
You
Yeah,
gotta
that's not
chill.
good.
You gotta chill.
I watched her post fight interview with just like after the fights when they do that. She was very elegant in retirement, and she's very respectful to the UFC and all the staff at the UFC. it was like listening to like Michael Jordan or like Tiger Woods, and I can't think of another like quote unquote athlete
Mhm.
who's fought in the UFC that had a retirement like Joanna. Like she's gone. She doesn't want to fight anymore. You can tell she's out, right? Excuse me.
Yeah. No,
Like
I
the
mean,
only and not many people, not many fighters in the UFC are like athletes. Like you have GSP, but he didn't like really retire. It was like kind of like a big mystery, and then like he came back for a bit and won, and then kind of like vacated, and like it was just like okay, thanks GSP. I
yeah.
can't think of like any real sport esque role model type people like well, John Jones didn't retire, but who?
Role model? You can't say that. John Jones role model in the same sentence, bro. It didn't work.
No,
Can't do
I was
that.
just I don't know why. I don't even know what the fuck I was thinking because he didn't
Role model
retire and
John
I don't know
Jones.
what I was thinking there, dude.
He comes out and he does a line of coke, smacks his head on the
I
policeman's
don't know
head,
what
like
the
I'm
fuck.
here, baby.
Oh my
Damn, dude.
god.
I heard a story about
So
John Jones that
oh
USADA
yeah.
came to test him and he was hiding under like his ring, so like to pretend he wasn't there.
No,
Heard that.
that's. I mean, I mean, are you trolling or yeah? I
No,
mean,
I'm not
everybody knows
trolling,
that.
but I mean it could be a troll because I don't know if there's truth to that or
Oh
not.
no,
But
I
it
mean,
just
no, no.
sounds
Chael Sonnen talks about it all the time, dude. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
it
like,
sounds like something he would do because like hey, he's not here. Shh.
yeah, no, I definitely believe that one.
Yeah, you
He
know what I
hid
mean.
under
That's
the
how
octagon for like 8 hours. Yeah, no, I believe that. And then apparently USADA sent back an agent to go scrape the piss off because they knew he pissed underneath the octagon. So they went to go see if they can get samples of the piss underneath the octagon because they
you
found
know
out
they can't do
afterwards.
that though, even if scraped it, because it would have contaminants in it. Like even dirt would be contaminant, so they wouldn't be able to test it properly.
Well, I don't know how many people are pouring fucking Turinabol underneath their octagons, but yeah, maybe,
No,
sure,
I know
yeah,
what you mean. Yeah, because they could just be like, "Well, you easily could have just put it in there."
yeah,
Something
yeah, yeah.
stupid, you know. Never underestimate the ability of a super person.
I don't, right?
John Jones example. This guy's done shit that I'd probably be in jail right now for still,
No,
but
he
he has not gone to
definitely.
jail.
I mean,
Doing
I don't
something
know
right.
this for a fact, but I would guess that he definitely had sex with what's her face a billion times, and he definitely hit underneath that octagon.
Holly
So
Holm? Oh yeah,
yeah,
obviously.
oh yeah.
No.
Something about Holly though. There's definitely something about Holly. You can't deny.
Wow, what's up with
Uh,
Holly? She's a all American girl, dude.
that's true.
All American champion. She used to be a champion. I thought she won her last fight. I don't know how they gave it to the other chick, even though I bet on the other chick. So I thought Holly got that, but
I feel like
whatever.
she's trouble though. I feel like she can cause an issue. Gotta be
She doesn't
careful
come
with
off
that.
like that. Holly comes off like kind of like a preacher daughter in a way.
That's what I'm saying. She's nice and everything, but then you find out she's like manipulating everybody and like,
I don't know. I don't really go that deep into that
oh, I'm deep
because,
into it. I'm deep into that. Hell, I
man,
know what's up.
oh shit.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just looking at the Instagrams.
I'm trying to find out.
I need to check your private messages. Give me your password.
I DM me and Holly DM. What the fuck was that?
You guys DM each other about.
John. We just talk about
Yeah,
John.
she just wants shit up about John. I got
We
you,
just
man.
talk a lot about John Jones.
Hey, and it's hard, man. Once you go to John, you don't go back.
Okay, so well, can you think of any other fighters that have had like an elegant retirement or like have had any type of
Who's the person that got the best retirement in UFC? I'm gonna see. He
that's
got a
definitely in
great.
my opinion, you
Chuck Liddell, I think, probably got a great one. Obviously,
he was definitely not like a sports guy. He was like a more like a
an
fighter.
icon.
He's not an athlete. He's like
Dude,
like a
he was
sports
an
icon.
icon. Yeah, he really was. He was like the face of the UFC when they needed him the most in the very beginning. He honestly was
And
probably the first superstar of the UFC.
the whole gloves in the octagon thing, that's only like a recent phenomena.
Yeah, so apparently when you throw your gloves out in the octagon, it means you're retiring. I don't know, truth is to that. I understand it though. Like they're
Well,
done
a
for
lot
the
of them
game.
come back too. That's the thing.
Yeah, they
Most of
do.
them announce it after the fact.
Well,
Do
Henry retired. He thought he was gonna get the fattest payday ever. He didn't around. That's when
he will.
retiring goes wrong though, because you could be like Henry, but the problem with Henry is that the time when Henry was fighting, I don't think the smaller division were as popular as they are now today, obviously, and so it was more easier for Dana to be like, "Go ahead, it's not like we make a lot off you anyway." Yeah, kind of
I
like that.
mean, he's making more money doing what he's doing than fighting, but he's also trying to get that big payday, and it's also going to
Yeah,
bump his name. Dana just needs to like stop trying to, because Dana doesn't want to just pump him and then let him leave, because then he doesn't really
Yeah.
benefit the UFC. But it does, like it does benefit the
I
UFC.
think they have so much power. You understand, like even if they retire, you're still under contract to the UFC. So if you ever unretire, you're straight back in the UFC until they retire you themselves. Like if you're an old man, like you know what I mean. I don't even know if Anderson Silva can even fight for Bellator or anybody. I still think he might be under UFC contract, but he can fight. Like he's retired, but if he ever comes back to MMA, I think he'll be under UFC contract still. Like that. That's what I mean, dude.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's possible. I
Well,
don't
they're
know.
still paying him probably his contract, but say, oh, you fought a 10 fight contract, you only fought 5 of them. You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
retire. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's something like that going on.
Do you think Glover retires, or do you think he fights
I think
again?
if he doesn't, if Glover does not get an immediate rematch, he might just hang it up. There'd
I
be no
agree.
point.
Yes.
Why would he have to work his way up again? He's already fought twice for the title. He's older. Give him his shot, his redemption. If he doesn't get it, he goes off to the sunset. And he goes off to the sunset if he wins. He retires either way. Why not? Why would you not retire if you won again? That's like
Yeah.
go out and go get your TV shows and all your interviews. Like go take advantage of that.
I want to hear what Dana has to say about that event, man. That was so since COVID, right? There
Yeah.
was a long stretch of like really good UFC events. Like even the just like the fight nights were fantastic. Like every card. Like
Yeah.
every card. There's maybe like 2 cards in the middle. And then I don't know when the last one was, but like it's been kind of dead. That card was
Yeah, we
that
needed that to revitalize the
that was
hype.
amazing.
We needed that card,
Amazing.
definitely. Yeah, I want to talk about some other fights, man. Like there's a
We
lot of good ones,
There
dude.
was so many. I mean, the first fight of the night there was a knockout, or maybe it was the second, but do you want to keep going down the other way? I forgot what was the other fight.
Yeah, we'll go top down. We'll go
Yeah,
from
let's
the
keep going
top
top
down,
down.
might as well.
I like this direction anyway. What was so after Yuri and what's her face? What was it? It was the I
So
mean
the
not
third fight was
Yuri.
Val. No, we had to talk about Valentina and Santos. That was a fucking fight too.
Oh my
Santos brought
god.
it. She got a busted. She got head butted. Had a swollen eye. Still fought on. Was getting takedowns.
I
I
I
thought it was
was
so close, man. I did give it to Valentina because Valentina she was landing everything, man. She really was. I give it to Santos off heart too, and just she had takedowns. They were dominant.
oh, I gave it to
You know what I mean?
Santos.
That's
I
fine,
I,
dude.
I don't
It's a
know how
toss
you
up to
gave
me, man.
I don't know how
It's
you
because
really gave it
to
not
me,
you, but in general.
oh well, in general, like I'm just saying, I give it to Valentina because I didn't feel that at any point Valentina was truly in like in a place where she would lose the fight. She was in bad positions, but she wasn't threatened where she would lose the fight. Like,
She almost got choked
yeah.
out in the first round or second round, whatever it was.
Okay, I remember that when I was watching the rear naked,
She
none of it looked in. She had her chin under it. It was really good defense. But I agree with you. She was threatened really bad right there, and
al-
definitely I gave her that round. Yeah,
also some of
Santos.
the striking. I mean, she was actually getting
She was a
struck
lot of,
some of the times.
and so the thing
A lot
that
of
won
exchanges.
Valentina
Yeah.
the fight was she literally stopped going for takedowns in the last 2 rounds because that's how she was losing
Well,
because she was getting reversed and
she
she
got
was just not better than Santos at
she
it.
went for a takedown at the end of the fight. I think it did get reversed ultimately, right? Right at the end.
So no, at the end, Valentina controlled her for like 2 minutes left of the fight.
And then I think what's her name reversed it right at the last minute, and then
Yeah, yeah, she could have, but
she got
it was too little,
she
too late.
rolled. What's her name rolled off. Then Valentina put her arms up. I think, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly. I gotta watch that fight again.
it was a great fight
Oh
though.
man, that was a good
Um,
fight. Oh, I mean, I was
Valentina's closest fight since Nunes,
uh,
easily.
here's the thing though. The reason why that fight was tainted is because of the headbutt. I
It
mean,
really was. I agree. But what do you do? They both
Tyler was
were.
winning.
It wasn't like Valentina was like, "I'm gonna headbutt you." They both heads were going in, and
Uh,
Santos just took the worst end of it. That's all I could say.
no, in
Santos
fact,
took
it
the
could have
worst
been
end of it.
Santos's fault because she basically
Yeah,
just
yeah.
she headbutted the back of
Yeah, she did.
Valentino's head.
So
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Valentina had a good spot to get headbutted. It probably hurt, but Santos did it right on her eye bone. Like you saw what happened.
yeah, but then there was a second headbutt that
Okay.
was a little suspect. That I don't know. That really tainted the fight, though. That really was.
Yeah. And honestly, it probably obviously if you can't see it when you're
No
She
fucking
didn't do
little
her
river
dance.
dance.
She
No
didn't
river
spin.
dance. No
She
fucking
probably
little
wasn't
skinny river
satisfied with her
dance.
performance. You know what I mean?
Nobody was because she
So,
lost.
so let's talk about post match. Did they get a rematch? The Santos get a rematch? Valentina
Oh, immediately. Let's
immediately rematch. Okay, let's
go.
go. Who else she gonna fight? Kenzie
Please.
Dern.
Well, she can't fight. What's her Pena and what's her name are already tied up because they have Ultimate Fighter going on right now. So
That is true. Shevchenko, personally, Shevchenko could beat Nunes. I actually not Nunes. She could beat. Sorry, Pena. Sorry, Pena. I think she could beat Pena. I think
here's
she already beat Pena. Honestly, to be honest with you.
Pena's got some fucking hands on her, and she's got the wrestling, and this is the problem. It's like you can be kickboxing and be good with your guns all day, but the moment you get taken down and some bitch starts ground and pounding you, you got a problem.
No, you're
And
mistaken because they already fought and Pena took her down and fucking
oh
Valentina
yeah,
put her in
did fight
armbar
her.
and tapped her out. So like
Oh,
yeah. So but I agree with
oh,
you on the hands. Pena might actually get her on the hands now because I mean she did it to fucking Amanda. And
yeah,
that
she's
confidence knowing that you stood there with this big ass lady that was known for knocking everybody out and you took her best hits and you knocked her out, like dude, that helps you so much, dude. You know, if you're trying to get up to fight someone like Valentina, like I already knocked out the other goat. You know what I'm saying? It's way different than being like, oh, can I do this?
I forgot about this fight. This is a weird one. So wait,
Yeah.
Valentina fought
Yeah, they fought a while
Pena.
ago, a long time
And
ago
what
though, I
was the
think.
weight?
Huh? What was
What
what?
was the weight class?
Either at Valentina's, what she's at right now, 125, I believe, or 135.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, this is weird. That's a weird weight class for her to fight at. Oh, that's
Yeah, but
2017. It was probably at
exactly.
135
So
then.
since it was a long time ago, they were younger, and it's way easier to fight at lower class. You know, where lower weight class when you're younger, you know, you don't. It's just way easier. Look at
It
Patty
had to
Pimblett.
be.
Patty
Yeah, I think it had to
blows
be.
up to 5,000 pounds and makes weight.
I'm looking at her record right now on Wikipedia, so that's why I'm just like.
I love Pena
Oh,
because
return to
I always
flyweight.
believed in Pena.
Okay.
So I actually made my back in January, me and my friend, we made a list of who we thought were going to be champions at the end of the year, and
Mm-hmm.
Pena was on my list. Came true. I had other people too. I have Yuri. I had Yuri becoming champion. He did it. So I had two right there. I had Moreno being champion, but you know he has to earn that back. He still has a chance to get that back before the end of the year. I had Whitaker. I thought he would be champ again, but
I don't
I
think
think that's
that's.
gone. Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, I think that's
Honestly,
been
he
gone
should
for a
drop to
while.
170. I don't want to see him.
I don't think he
I
can.
don't want to see Whitaker gatekeep. You know what I mean?
I don't think he's even can do that, to be honest. I don't know. Even though he has moments of like clarity and he looks fantastic, and then he gets wobbled and he just is like he doesn't look like he's in the right division. Like, he doesn't look like he's in the right promotion.
Mm.
Like, he just looks outclassed. And it's so he has such a wide spectrum of like he's super effective. Oh wait, no, he doesn't know what he's doing at all. It's like, what is going on?
Well, would you agree that he gave Izzy a great fight? His last fight was pretty close, right?
I almost don't remember it. I don't know.
I mean, it was kind of like a boring fight, you know, but he was there the whole fight.
I think I remember the second one being more competitive, but him still losing, and I wanted him to win, but he definitely lost. Something like that.
Damn.
I
So,
don't like Izzy. I'm not a big Izzy fan, but now more so than ever I am, and that means he's probably gonna lose his title at some point soon because I like him now.
who?
Izzy.
Why do you like
What?
Izzy now?
I just because he lost to Jan, but he tried, and then he stopped talking so much shit. I just
Hey,
didn't like
you got to take it as
he
him
would say
stepping up.
stupid
He
things.
challenged himself. Yeah, he lost to Jan, but he still challenged himself. You know, how long did it take fucking John to move
It's
up to heavyweight when he should have moved up years ago?
It had
That's
nothing to
fine.
do with his skills. It was just the fact that he is a very annoying like persona,
Oh,
which I do
obviously.
too. I'm
Yeah.
very annoying. A lot of people
No,
hate
I
my fucking
understand
guts, so
that,
I
and
get
that's
that.
totally fine. You know,
Yeah,
you don't have to like somebody for the way they act, obviously, you
yeah.
know. And so
But which makes me want him to lose.
that's fine because
Yes.
when he does lose, it'll make that much more sweet for you, right?
Yes.
I like Izzy, I don't really care for his personality either, but it's just like a bro personality. It's like locker room shit, like you're in high school. Like that's his personality to me. He loves anime and he does all this cocky shit, but that's totally like teenager shit to me, and that's fine. That's just what he wants to do and how he wants to act. I'll accept it because I just love watching the fights in the end. Show me some crazy shit, I'll be your fan. That's all.
I don't know. I didn't like when he said the thing about the Twin Towers. Of course, I'm from New York City, so I'm not gonna like that.
Yeah, obviously. So, like, if somebody says, like, "Oh, what did he say? What was his quote?
I don't
Like,
even know, but it wasn't funny. And then but I didn't like that. I don't. You can make a Twin Towers joke all you want. In fact, I think that I think it's funny.
Let me stop you right there. You can't make a Twin Towers joke. Don't make Twin Towers jokes because you're just a piece of shit.
No, I mean honestly, no, I don't.
Can't do that.
No, I don't. I don't. I mean, look, if that's your personal opinion, I'm
See,
fine with
that's my
that.
personal opinion. It is.
And
I served in the
do you
military,
really?
so it might mean even something more serious to me. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, maybe it does. I mean, like, I have friends who are fucking caked, dude. Like, I know people who are like down there. Like, I have friends who have
No,
like
exactly.
relatives die.
So I'm only imagining your shoes,
Mhm.
like how mad I truly would be if it did happen in my home city, right? I'd be fucking mad
But
as
a
fuck.
good joke's a good fucking. If it makes you laugh, what are you gonna be like?
Yeah, yeah.
Take
No,
that
no.
back. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna laugh.
no. I agree with you. I agree with you too.
Which
The joke could be great, but like, and I would feel weird laughing at that joke, but I could still laugh at it. You know what I
what
mean?
he said wasn't funny, and then he was just
Yeah.
like, "You just don't get that people, all these fucking keyboard nerds." Like, you just admit that it wasn't fucking funny. That's the reason why I don't like him. For the most
Yes.
part, it's like you made a really like that's a sensitive topic.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, you gotta.
Just be like, yo, you know what? That one was I
Like,
missed the mark and I
That
fucked
was
up.
worse than Covington talking shit to Masvidal.
I don't. What do you mean? What did he say?
Just like, because whatever Covington said to Masvidal made him so mad that he basically attacked him. Right? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but like the Twin Tower joke Izzy said is just so classless. Like, I'd rather hear my Covington shit talk Masvidal like that, even though it was kind of dirty too, right?
Yeah, like I can't like I'm not trying to say also like yeah, I can't think of a good joke about the Twin Towers. I'm not saying let's go think of good
Yeah,
jokes now, but I'm just saying that like there probably is an instance where I would laugh at a Twin Tower joke, even though I don't think the subject is funny
yeah.
overall. But that's what humor is when you bring the absurdity to light
Hmm.
about sensitive topics. That's generally what humor resolves to. So it's like I can understand why there'd be something funny. However, Izzy isn't a fucking comedian and he didn't really hit the mark. And you could have just been like, yeah, you know what? That wasn't funny. My bad. I fucked up, and I shouldn't have sounded like a fucking douchebag. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to be funny and I fucked up. I do that all the time. I'm not saying try to be like me more, but yes, be like me more, Izzy. Is my point. Anyway.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forget what
So
was
the
the next
fight.
point.
So when he said that,
Who?
when Izzy said that, it was when he was fighting Yoel,
Right.
and he says, "I'm gonna make Yoel crumble like the Twin Towers." That's what his quote was.
Ugh.
Yeah, you can't say that, man. But I mean, I get it. You're
There's
gonna
so many
devastate
things.
him.
It's
Yeah.
like, what
Like,
are
what
you?
if he said, I'm gonna like punch him like a Hiroshima bomb or something? I mean, that's class as fuck too, right? You know what I mean? Like, you could say, you could have used so many different things that meant the same
I
shit, dude.
guess, yeah. If I was like, I'm gonna Nagasaki your
Well, it's like,
ass,
I'm gonna punch you with the
like,
power of a Nagasaki bomb, right? You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, what the fuck?
I
Hella
guess I don't
random.
know. Maybe he's right. Maybe Izzy's just smarter than me.
I don't know.
Oh well. Maybe the CT means certainly. That's
I think he was implying that the fight will be fixed. Ooh, with
oh
that
okay.
angle. Because people always like 9/11 was inside job.
What was the next fight after the Valentina one? Did we cover that whole thing?
Hell no, dude. We have
Oh, she's gonna fight
Andre.
Payne and all
So
that.
the bet I lost on, we got Andre Fiala or whatever versus Jake Matthews. Jake was
Oh,
tuning his ass up. Like
Dude,
I
he
don't know.
got
It didn't
lit
look bad
up.
though.
Yeah, and that looked kind of bad too because he got rocked early on, and then there was just
Yeah.
like collateral damage for a while there. It was like even maybe the whole round after. Like I
He was
think,
definitely suffering from a concussion because he really
yeah,
was, and that's what you're seeing. I'm being honest with you.
yeah,
When you see people like Fial in that
y-
second round when they're getting hit and they're kind of just stumbling around, that dude's
yeah,
concussed, dude.
yeah. He could have had some like internal brain hemorrhaging
Yeah,
or whatever like that could not that he could have died tonight. He didn't look so hot.
yeah. I mean, that was pretty bad. I mean, he got a dirty chin because he was taking a lot of bombs, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that fight was kind of Jake Matthews, though, man. What a fucking huge improvement! Holy fuck, you were looking like GSP or something. You were just beastie.
He seemed really at peace with himself, and that
Yeah,
looked nice. I like that.
they said something during the fight where, like, I guess he watched his old tape and he didn't like the way he fought because it was all aggressive, and so that's why he toned it down like that. It reminds me of that's what Justin Gaethje said when he fought Tony Ferguson. He's like, I was kind of wild and I want to be more conservative, I guess, with my fighting. And that's what he looked like tonight. He looked like he turned the page. Was like, yeah, I'm ready. We have Jack Della
I missed
Maddalena
this fight. I they my
versus Ramazan. So Ramazan was a scary ass dude, and it looked like he had a sunburn on the side of his body. It was
oh,
quite
I
weird.
saw that right in the beginning. He had this weird like huge red
Yeah.
mark all over his
Yeah, the
body.
funny thing about it, I was like, Jack should kick him in there. It was like a sunburn, it's gonna hurt. And then right after I said that, Bisbing's like, I wonder what happened if you got kicked there or hit there. It's kind of funny.
I wonder what will
Uh,
happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about him taking a hit over in that body? And then I
I
think
got
DC was like, yeah, I wonder.
yeah. I think actually I kind of
So
remember that.
Whitaker was supposed to fight Marvin Vittori on this card, but they canceled it.
Hmm.
And then
I
I
discovered
know
that.
I know your fascination with the Italians. Love you, you're
Hmm.
Italian boy. Like, Vittori's your guy.
He will be one day. I can't find all the results. I'm having trouble looking or finding all the
It's okay, I got you. So we got Choi. Oh, this fight was fire, okay? This fight was probably one of the best fights on the whole
Mr.
card.
Handsome.
Oh my god, yeah. Choi Sung Woo, the South Korean science project. It's all
Yeah,
perfect and shit. No
yeah, they were
moles. Perfect body. He got a 12 pack.
no
Like, dude, yeah,
balls.
I'm telling you, they fucking created that guy in
No
the lab.
bulge at all.
No bulge,
18 pack.
straight bred for fighting
Gorgeous.
and
Perfect
being
hair.
sexy. And yeah, so he's fighting Joshua Kulabau. And Joshua, man, this guy is legit as fuck, dude. He was legit. And dude, watch out for Joshua Kulabau because he showed up for this fight. And Choi, let me tell you about Choi. Choi was he had the most energy and the most recovery I've ever seen on any fighter. Literally, like Joshua was smacking this guy, dude, knocking him out basically. This guy was falling on the ground, knocked out. He springs right back up, starts fucking going tornado style, like throwing fucking hell hard ass shit, hard as fuck, like really fast, dude. And he just kept coming, didn't give up. Any second of the whole fight, the whole 15 minutes, he was fucking going crazy. And I loved it, dude. Like Choi, man, look out for him too. He's a fucking wrecking ball, dude.
Yeah, there's some really freaking good fights tonight, man. It was such a good card overall.
Here's
I
another upset,
wonder.
man. Another upset. Haisar Machete, whatever his name. I call him Machete. He's Chinese. He was fighting Steve Garcia. Garcia was a favorite.
Right.
Machete fucking laid his ass up and put him to sleep. It was bad. That was one of the KOs for me. That was pretty brutal because he starched him and he just stiffed. He like stiffed up and fell on the ground and was sitting there for like 30 seconds in the same spot. Like that's a bad KO. You're not even moving.
Oh man, I remember that. Man, there were so many freaking knockouts tonight, man.
There
What the
was.
fuck? There were
Um,
so many. The girls. What was that girl? There was like two girl knockouts tonight that were like
yeah,
wild.
we're going to those. We got.
Second, yeah.
So did you watch Brandon Allen versus Jacob Malkoon?
I believe I watched all the fights. Some of them I
I
was
think
just
that
kind of
was
jumped on
upset
to
of the
consume.
night. That was sorry, not upset of the night, but I think that was the wrong fight. I think Malkoon won that, if I'm not correct. because Marcoon was controlling him like forever the whole fight. It was kind of crazy, honestly. Allen got that nod, but I bet on Allen, so I mean it worked out for me. But I thought Marcoon had that fight. Here's another one that. So this fight I bet on Dana Batagorel, and I like him a lot.
Dana Batgirl, yep.
Yeah, I like him a lot. And he was fighting this other guy, Kang Kung Ho, and Kang showed out, man. He was fucking quick, man. He knew he had his range. He was dodging his shit. He's quick. He fought the whole fight, like 15 minutes. Didn't look tired, and his jab looked crisp. He was popping Dana with that jab, man. Dana, I mean, I like him. He didn't have the reach. He didn't have the reach to give Kang any problems. He was whiffing a lot of his shots, and when you whiff a lot of shots, you just get tired. And Dana started showing it. Second, third round, you could see it. He was wearing it. That's how that fight went to me. Upset though. Pretty sure Dana was favorite. Now we go to the early prelims.
Too much. I was like listening to it. I wasn't really watching.
You got me here this week. I watched it all. So we had Liang Na versus Selena Gomez Juarez. This was nasty ass KO too. If you didn't see it, it was dirty, man. Gomez. Whew. It was nasty.
Those are chicks.
Yeah, these are chicks. Korean chick versus Savannah.
There was two. Was there two girls knockouts or was it just one?
Yes, there was another one. I believe it was Ramona Pasquale. No, actually, Ramona Pasquale and Jocelyn went.
That was a good fight. That went to decision.
Yeah, went to decision. That was a great fight. Ramona has the weirdest looking butt I've ever seen, but whatever.
She's cute. I like her.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. She was thick. Miss Thickness. Yeah, that was all the fights. But great, man. What a great card, dude. What a great card.
That was
amazing.
That was definitely my favorite card of the year. Yuri and Glover's probably fight of the year.
And they have a lot of fight of the years, though, bro.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Yuri and Glover because they need to get Yuri's fucking face on everything. Yuri has a belt now. He hasn't fought in 2 fucking years, and
where's Yuri from? He's the first champion. He's from Czech, right?
Yeah, he's the first.
Yeah, so he has that already. He's gonna get the red carpet layout. And his country is gonna love it.
Yeah, but everybody likes Yuri. Like everybody wants to be like Yuri because of his hair, and he's like mad
samurai. He can go to Japan, they'll love him, and go to the States because he's wild and crazy, right? And he goes back to his country. That will freaking, like I said, roll out the red carpet for him. Yuri's in a really good spot right now, dude. That was his 3rd fight in the UFC. Remember that? That was only his 3rd fight. He got exposed, but that was only his 3rd fight. This guy is kind of like a hazmat in a way.
I don't, but Khamzat, I don't think when his last fight, everybody says like he got exposed because like he actually like went the distance or whatever the fuck happened, but like
he didn't get exposed. What it showed was Hazmat has a lot of heart and he can bang with the big boys. What it did show was that Hazmat looks beatable because he was in those exchanges and he was taking hits. That right there is why people say that, because now his armor is off and they're like, okay, he can be beat, but who can beat him now? There's a kind of a way, because he was looking unstoppable before that. Like no one could touch him. So what that Burns fight proved to me was like, okay, he can be touched. If you can get touched and you can get hurt, you obviously can lose. So
he gets a little excited.
He does. And I'm sure he'll watch his tape and be like, all right, I can't do that. What am I doing right here? I'm sure it was a lot of that.
And that Talia or Taya, whatever her name is, fight Santos, they told her in right before round 3, they said, you're winning 2-0. In round 3, she shits the bed for the first 2 minutes. You can tell like the nerves kind of hit her for a bit. She forgets her mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Remember that? And then
that
she
was
forgets
a
her
big
mouth.
Weirdo.
And then Bisping goes, oh yeah, that's just nerves. She probably just doesn't realize what's going on right now. And then right after that, you just see she's mad slow all of a sudden. You can tell she's almost kind of pale. She's hard for her to get it together. And then I think what's name goes for a takedown, and then she just reverses it immediately, and she starts beating the shit out of Valentina. I thought she won that fight, man. I thought she won it 3-2. I don't think she won the last 2 rounds, but I thought she won
So these are the stats. These are the stats of that fight. So total strikes, he had Valentina throwing 234. She connected 75%. Santos only threw 128. So Valentina beat her on strikes. That's what they gave her
Okay.
to it for. Significant strikes, obviously Valentina got that too because she landed more. But takedowns, so 3 out of 5 for Valentina. She got her down 3 times. Santos only got 3 out of 3. She had more attempts, but she only got her down 3 times. And Valentina also got her down 3 times. So you could see how the stats are in favor of Valentina. Valentina's also the
interesting.
champion. Yeah, Valentina's also the champion. So you kind of got to beat the champ, like for real. You can't just like, you can
Do
get a
the
close
judges
decision,
get
right?
access to the stats in between rounds?
I don't know, but like these are the compy stats, so all the total through all the rounds. So yeah, I don't know, dude. Like I'm sure I don't know how it really goes down and works, but I mean, we've all seen really bad judge decisions. Like we've
Because when
all
you look
seen
at
them.
the fucking numbers, you're like, yeah, that does make sense. Fuck, shit. Yeah, okay, fuck.
Yeah,
Fuck
these
you,
are
numbers.
yeah. I mean, it does. Obviously, if you look at these
Fine.
numbers right here, I'm like, oh, Valentina won that. It makes it look like Valentina won it easily, right? Or it kind of does look close,
Yeah,
obviously.
which is why one of the judges might go 49
Yeah.
whatever it was, 47, whatever the hell they
Uh,
scored it. 49 46.
yeah.
Right? Like what the fuck was that?
Yeah. They're probably doing their own stats.
Maybe
Well,
they were but I mean maybe they were just looking at the stats.
so what I'm asking is there's 3 different judges, right? So if I
Mhm.
land a big ass bomb and 2 of them are like, that's a significant strike, but the other one's like, that's just a strike. You know what I mean? Like they're not judging it properly. You know what I mean? It's like 3 different minds trying to judge a fight instead of one cohesive, like going off each other in a way. It's kind of weird, but I think that's why it's so lopsided with judging. Like it's like 2 guys, 47, or like like score at 49, 46, and then one the other guys like fucking 46 or 47, 47, whatever it is. Like it's hella like the fight's like, what kind of fight did you watch? You know what I mean? Like if you're asking that question, like what fight you watch, like they need to fix judging. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like this guy totally thought he won every round, and the other 2 judges are like, no, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is that?
I wonder how many judges go look at their phone and go
Yeah.
find out the stats in between rounds and then go, "Oh yeah, this is like all I have to do is go on Twitter and be like, "Oh yeah, what's the name of the stats guy?
Yeah.
Fightbox or what? Fight metric?"
I mean, like, there's a reason why they put
Hmm.
replay in MLB and stuff because they got to get the calls right. Because in the end, it's about the purity of the game in a way, and that's how I feel.
Well, it is subjective, but they're talking
Yeah.
about open scoring now. Apparently, open scoring is really on the table, which I'm not really a big fan of
So
ultimately.
explain open scoring. Is it like round by round that will tell the
Yeah,
fighters that you're winning or losing, basically,
yeah,
right?
it'll tell you, and I
Okay.
don't think that's a good idea because you'll have fighters give up.
I think it's a great idea though, man, because fighters need to be told that they're losing. I feel like their corners, like we all know the fans are watching, like, dude, you need to do something this round. And then their coach is like, you're winning all the rounds. You're gonna have to win. It's like, what the fuck? That's not good advice. I'm sorry. They need reality.
I'm not a big fan of that. In a real fight, you don't there's no judges that like tell you that like, yeah, you're doing good, man.
Yeah. I also feel like the first round should be 10 minutes, not 5.
I like that. That's a Ryzen rule or whatever. Is that
It's so
how they do it in the
older school. Yeah. Well, back in the older UFCs, I think the time limit was like 30 minutes, dude. Like you would see Royce Gracie like fighting these guys forever, sometimes on the ground for
I
fucking
think that's how
nonstop, dude.
Ryzen does it. Whatever year
Yeah.
he's from, I think that's how they do it.
But I would like it a little more controlled, like not like unlimited 30 minutes round, but a first 10-minute round. So they come out, they're fresh. This is the best they're gonna be is in the beginning of the fight. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's something, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly how Ryzen does it with 10 minutes
Yeah,
first, 10
I
minute
love
first
that,
rounds.
man. I really wish they would do that, but the thing about the UFC is like
Let me
it's
go Google
growing.
it
It's
because
so
I'm not an
big. It
idiot.
has to solidify like all its rules, and can't really change things in it now. So it's like it's hard to add a 160. It's like everybody asks for a 165-pound division. Fighters want it, fans want it, but then UFC is like, no, we don't want another belt. You know what I mean? But it's like what everybody wants it. So that I mean, like that's what I mean. UFC, like they have a whole setup and thing going. You're not gonna get 10-minute first round. It's gonna be 5. It's always gonna be the same rules. That's the UFC way. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Oh, they got rid of 10-minute rounds? Okay. That used to be a thing. It's gone now or something. In Ryzen. Whatever.
I mean, how many fights have you seen at the end of the first round that are like all like changing? You know, like the momentum changes or something. You know, and
No,
it's
I
like,
hate it. I
yeah,
like the whole they were some of the fights we were watching the other night. They were I think the first round was longer on purpose because of that. But I think it's a good idea. I
yeah,
think it's you should be able to have. I don't think there should be any rounds in between. But it's like, what the
yeah.
fuck? You're gonna make them fight forever?
How many times have you seen a fighter at the end of the first round just trying to survive to the bell rings? That's what I mean. It's just like there could have been so many more finishes and could have been just way more better battles. You know,
When
that's why the
Glover
first round needs
tapped,
to be longer. Yeah.
how much time was left in the last round there?
Oh, it was like a minute or two, man. It was
Okay,
nothing.
okay, because yeah, I don't know.
I'll make sure, but yeah, it was the fifth round, 4 minutes and 32 seconds. There was only like half a minute left, and he probably would have stayed champ.
Yeah. Ah, man. Whatever. I'm down for the rematch. And honestly, the UFC needs Yuri to be there. He's going to win a couple more times. They're going to throw him a couple more cans. He's going to kick them in their fucking kidneys. They're going to be pissing blood for the next 6 months.
Yeah, so look at these stats. So Glover, if Glover would have survived another 40 seconds, he would have retained it because his total strikes was 159 out of 212. He landed two more, and he had a 75% accuracy. Yuri had 64. So Glover actually
Jesus.
outstriked him. Right, and the significant strikes, like Yuri had more like harder punches, but Glover had a way higher percentage of significant strikes. And then Glover had 5 out of 17 takedowns. He completed 5 of them. Yuri had 0 out of 0. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like Glover had all the stats to win that fight. If Yuri just took it, Yuri took it from him, man. He's like, give me that.
Yeah, man. Fucking Glover really, really fucked that up. But you know what? What are you gonna do, man? You're 900 years old and you're fighting in the UFC, dude. You're gonna be making mistakes left and right. I'm surprised he looks as good as he does.
Yeah,
Yuri should. That's what I'm saying.
he
Like
took bombs.
Yuri shouldn't have had that much of an issue with him,
Yeah.
and that's because Glover's that fucking good. In my opinion, he's really that good. He's just 10 years late. And maybe he should stop fighting now. Maybe Dana or whatever, they should
Well, he
figure out
wants
another
to.
path
He
for him.
said he only has 2 fights left. So I think if he doesn't get his title fight right away,
I think it's gonna be done, yeah.
he's
We'll
probably
see.
done.
I
Or he
really hope he
might be
does get
like,
it.
I really want one more fight. I want my retirement fight. You know what I mean?
I mean, he won that fight.
He was
fucking
winning
won
the
that.
fight. He won
Won
it
it.
until he didn't, right? So weird. But yeah, he
He
was
won
winning
that
that
fight.
fight. He
In
won that
30
fight, yeah.
seconds, he won that fight.
Exactly. In 30
But
seconds, he won
he
that
lost
fight.
that fight.
He definitely lost that fight.
He lost. He got choked
Yuri
out.
Yuri choked him out so hard
Yuri
too. Yuri's like,
jujitsu.
you ain't getting out of this. I don't care how sweaty you are.
Yuri was like, "Hold on, motherfucker. I got some
Hmm.
jitsu."
He's like, wait, let me come onto the ground and choke you out real quick. Even though you were dominating me on the ground the whole fight. All I
Dude,
need is 10 seconds.
he choked him out like a little brother. Like, you know when
He
like
did. He was manhandled him out. He's like, come here.
yeah, it's like if your 1-year-old brother gets a hold of your neck and doesn't let go, and
That
you're
just
like,
tells you
"Mom, help!
how,
I'm gonna die.
yeah, dude.
I
And that
can't
tells
protect
you
myself against a baby."
how exhausted Glover was in the end. He was just like, I can't even defend this.
Yeah, he just like he crawled over to his neck and just squeezed it barely, and Glover
Yeah.
immediately tapped.
He's like,
But I mean, it must have hurt. There was no way. That was a great fight, man. That was a beautiful fucking card. The only problem with that is that there was no Dana. It was the who the fuck is the other guy? I don't trust
oh.
him. I don't know who that guy is. The guy that's running the Singapore operations. I don't like how he's
What do you
referring to
mean don't
everybody's
trust him?
markets and demographics and projections and freaking scopes and all the freaking terminology. It doesn't sound like Dana. I don't like him talking in Dana's seat. That was supposed to be Dana's time. I don't know the guy's name.
A lot of people don't like Joanna, man, because she played herself a villain most of her career.
I really didn't like her, and then I'm
Hmm.
telling you, like everything I didn't like about her completely is
So
gone
because
since
she
she retired.
because she retires, you like her. How does that work?
No. Because of her personality in retirement, she's like
Okay.
retiring perfectly,
So
and
she won you back over and was like, okay, it's cool.
she's like, I want to have a child. I want to just live life. I'm
What
35.
if she
I'm
was
old.
like, Uncle, where you at?
She was like way. I'd be like, yeah, what's up, baby girl? Let's make that baby. Let's make that baby
Send
girl.
a tweet. I'm ready.
I think she's. I'm pretty sure she's got a. Whaley is trying to get up in there. They're gonna have a little cryo baby.
I don't know, man.
They're
Whaley's
gonna have
stuck
a
in China,
little.
dude. You know she can't leave her house.
They're gonna have one of those CRISPR cryo babies.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm
It don't
saying. It's
work
gonna be
like
the
that for
smartest. They're gonna
Whaley.
have the
Whaley
smartest
ain't
cryo in the
free to
world.
move around, bro. Whaley gotta
But that's
go.
what I'm saying. They're gonna get the government on there, and they're gonna like
Oh,
genetically construct
so
like
you're
a
gonna
perfect
say
child.
Whaley's gonna demand the Chinese government to get her Joanna, or she'll never fight again.
That's
That's
what
what you're
I'm
trying to
saying.
say.
That's what I'm saying.
That's pretty good, man. Because
The
I mean,
the
China likes to win.
right, and all of communism depends on Wei so they have to get Joanna to get
How
impregnated
many
with
how
Wei
many
CRISPR
Chinese
baby.
dudes over there, like from the government, you think would take to take her down if they fought?
Uh, Probably about like 10 or
Can you
20
imagine that? They're
million.
coming at her and she's just like pow pow pow,
I could easily. I've
knock
seen a
them
lot of
out,
those
dude.
movies, and she's probably the most dangerous one of them. So yeah, she
And
probably
she
could
has
kill
like
all of them.
unlimited energy too.
They'd be coming at them with bullets. She'd be stopping the bullets. She'd take her sword out and just stop the bullet a lot.
Yeah, dude. She won't
She'd be
She
like
was
flicking
UFC
around.
gloves. They'll deflect off of them. Bullet time. You know there'd be bullet time in there too.
Crosby Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but she's just in her MMA gear.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome, dude.
She's just punching the shit out of
Jumping all
fucking.
over their heads.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
That'd be so dope if she could do that in the octagon. She's like the
I think
one
she'd be able
fighter. She
to.
could like stand up on like one foot and like balance perfectly on like the edge of the cage and just like
Dude,
run around and, like kick people and shit.
why can't we have more monsters like her? Like, and I only mean that as in fighting style. Like, why can't we have more women fighters like Wei Li, man? For real. I
I'm
would
very.
watch every single woman fight if they fought
I'm
like Wei Li.
first of all the women fights tonight were fantastic. In
They
fact, better
were.
than some of the guy fights tonight by far, easily, and that happens quite a bit to be
The
honest.
women are
But
winning me back over
everyone,
because for the longest time they were like this stinkers, and I used to get mad. I was like, why are you putting this woman fight like co-main event? Like, please.
they kick the shit out of each
Yeah.
other tonight. All the women beat the fuck
Yeah.
out of each other.
They're hearing my complaints or something. Because
We
I like
we
I
heard your
said, man,
feedback.
if people fought like Whaley or they fought honest like Whaley or Shevchenko, man, I even like Shevchenko fighting, dude. Like they fought even like Santos with that grit. Like,
Man, I'm
please.
loving Santos. I want to see Santos's next fight. I
Yeah,
want to
dude.
see Wei Lee's next fight.
For
Who
sure, dude.
she's fighting Carla Esparza. I'm
You think
so
they'll give it or they'll give Rose a rematch? It's Rose, man. She's like the UFC darling, man.
no. I think what we do is give it to Wei.
I think Paulo Costa got some shit on Dana. He
I
got that
don't think
picture.
Joanna's
He
going
got that
anywhere.
picture of Rose and Dana sitting next to each other.
Joanna just retired. Her name's bigger than ever. They're gonna give her that fucking Rose fight.
Well, can you think Whaley can beat? They'll give it to Whaley because Whaley probably can't beat. What's her name?
Joanna's not retired. What the fuck are we even talking about? She was amazing in retirement. That lasted all of 10 seconds. She's fighting Rose. There's no way. Didn't she already like?
Joanna? No, Joanna's gonna have a baby. You heard it.
Nah, she's fighting somebody else. There's no way.
How she gonna go have a kid? She ain't trying to fight no
She's
more.
got 2-3 more
She
years.
threw
She'll be
her
fine.
gloves out. That means she's done. That's the official samurai stabbing themselves.
They all do that. They all did that. Every single fighter did
None of
that.
them.
She had the best
Oh, only the
retirement.
ones that quit.
Do you know how big her name is now? She had the best retirement. She was
Nobody
awesome.
knows who she is except people in MMA. Ain't no NBA guy walking around be like, oh, you hear that Joanna fight?
She's
They
got
don't know who
all of
Joanna
Poland
is.
behind her, bro. She's got entire
I
countries,
know,
bro.
but Poland, like they fighting with
Did
Ukraine
you
and shit
know?
now. They got other problems.
Nah, bro. Did you know vodka's Polish, bro? Everybody, this is a big problem between Russia and Poland. This is why they don't like each other. It's because vodka's actually Polish. How's
Yeah.
that?
I mean, vodka's cool.
It is cool.
We got whiskey and like other shit though, you know.
Yeah, moonshine.
Moonshine. I mean,
I'm about to start doing some home
you want
distilling.
some hair on
I've
your
been like,
chest? Drink some of that moonshine. Fuck the vodka.
I want to make some shine, bro. I'm like, I've been really, I have an itch to make some shine.
Vodka is just like the liquid death because when I was drinking vodka, I couldn't taste it.
I like vodka. I
So
can
I
taste
never
it.
know how much I'm truly drinking.
I
Because I'm
want to get
like,
some.
am I drunk yet?
I want to get
Creeps on
some
you.
delicious malted corn, and I want to make a good old
Wow.
fashioned
So
mash with
my buddy bought a bottle of Howler Head, that
hmm
Dana's company, and it had I think it was honey, some honey flavor, but he said it was really fucking good. He loved it.
Howlerhead is Dana's company.
Yeah, Dana probably owns a
Fuck,
fat share of it.
fuck, now I have to get that shit. I had the fucking Buffalo Trace recently, and that was
Yeah,
pretty
try
good.
some Howler Head out because I'm
Is
being
it
dead
whiskey? What is
honest.
it?
I think it is a whiskey, but it might be a whiskey. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But my friend definitely liked it a lot, and he didn't like Proper 12. He said it was crap. So I
It's
mean, like
bourbon,
he's quite honest, I guess you would say. But then again,
banana bourbon
everybody
whiskey.
has their own taste of liquor, you know.
That's not bad. I'm gonna try some Howlerhead. I'm gonna go to my
Yeah,
place
no,
and get
definitely pick up some Howler Head and try it out. I'm gonna get some too because he really did say it was really good, and he drinks a lot, so I'm pretty sure he knows what
I
he's
keep
talking about.
seeing this logo, and it's like I don't
He's a
really care
professional
for it.
drunk.
But now that I know that Dana owns the company, I'm like, shit.
I don't know if Dana owns it, but he's definitely a partner of it because they're blasting it everywhere.
So Dana personally goes around and pours every bottle of whiskey, is what you're saying. I'm definitely buying this.
I mean, he definitely learned a valuable lesson from Connor. He's like, damn, Connor, you getting $500 million? I'm gonna get up on that.
Shit, this is gonna get me fucking drinking again, man. I just stopped drinking.
No, it's not. You're celebrating Dana by buying the Howard Head. All right.
It looks
We
good.
should all celebrate Dana. I have a shrine of Dana, dude. And a pin
I
doll
I
with pins in it, you know. But yeah, that's a different
I
story. 'Cause
pray to
sometimes
Dana.
he doesn't give us the matchups we want, you know.
Today I felt like I was being cradled in Dana's arms and I was suckling upon the teat.
Dude, no,
It was
that's
such a
my dream.
beautiful
You can't be
time.
stealing my shit.
No, that's my dream. And
Well,
he takes me to
then we're
work. He takes me
twins.
to
We're
work and he
twins, and he's
breastfeeds
holding
me.
both of us in each arm as we
All right,
suck on his
that's a
teats.
great. I'm fine with that. And we can all
Uh,
keep each other warm.
you know,
Oh,
because you don't fuck with Dana, man. Without Dana, none of this shit we would have any of it. So
don't fuck
like,
with Dana. That's
don't talk
my.
about the Godfather. The Godfather can talk shit to anybody he wants. Right? That's the way it works.
You take that nipple. I'll take this one.
I love Dana, man. I have his baby.
Dude, I love Dana. I'll have his baby.
You don't love Dana like I love Dana.
Really, dude, I do love Dana. He's so fucking amazing.
He's pretty awesome.
Really, he's so fucking awesome. Dana, we love you, buddy. All right, that's a good episode.
We're
Should we
talking
wrap it
about
up?
Dana Barrigal, right?
We should do just a Dana appreciation bonus episode.
Yeah, we should, dude.
You want to wrap this one up?
Yeah, I had I told you I had a piece of Dana's hair back in the day. I kept it. It's in a thing. So I actually have a piece of Dana White's hair. Probably gonna go for like $1 billion at least.
That's probably like I have one of his teeth, and I
Dude,
have
really?
one, I have. One
How'd
of
you
his
get that? You
condoms.
didn't really have it.
Just joking. Exactly. Neither the condoms or the teeth exist. Get
I
him.
did get a couple strings of hair when he looked like, you know, back in the day. I got some of it.
Oh, I almost forgot. You can bet on whether or not Dana actually had teeth before, or if he's ever actually used condoms on mybookie.ag, and you can use promo code north south when you do that. What are other things you can bet on at mybookie.ag?
Shit, you can
Bet
bet on what?
I gotta think of other things you can bet on really quickly. Sorry, I just
I
caught
ain't quit
myself off
betting,
guard.
man. I be betting, and I got people like Andre Fialho who's like, "Hey, I'm gonna fight tonight," and they lose my bet, you know. Because if Andre didn't lose, I would have had my $2 bet with a 7-fight parlay for like $200. You know, that's G. You can call a 7-fight parlay pretty good because I was calling
That is pretty
underdogs all night.
impressive.
I know because MMA is so fucking random, man. I've seen negative 500s win and shit, or sorry, lose, and it's like, what? You know what I mean? Boxing is such an easier sport to call, I would say, just because it's a lot more tighter in the skill level, you know? Hard to be like an underdog and win a lot, you know, or win fights you're not supposed to win. The UFC is like, no, miracles happen, back fists happen, random kicks.
You can lose $1 billion or more at mybookie.ag by making the wrong bets and by signing up with promo code NorthSouth. And that's the best way to bet is if you don't bet if you bet correctly every time, if you just think about it this way, if you got it right every time, what would be the fun in even betting? Because then you'd just be so rich. You have to lose a few. So just try it out. If you lose on betting, because you never know who's gonna win or lose.
You know, you
That's
gotta
how
bet
betting works.
responsibly, all right? Don't go in there with big dick, being like, "Hey, I got $500, but I only got $20 in my bank account." Don't be
Right.
doing that shit. You know, be smart about it when you're making these bets.
Right. Don't
Right.
only go in with $100. Go in with like at least 500.
Because I'm being
And then
honest with
split
you,
it up.
gambling is very predatory against like people with low income, honestly, or poor people, whatever you want to say, people that just don't have a lot.
It gives
Very
people
predatory
dreams and
on you. It
hopes.
does.
Yeah.
It false hopes and it really drags you in, and
Well,
it's very predatory, like I said, on people with not a lot of
yeah.
money. And I don't
Yeah.
think it's right and stuff. But
But
you know,
also, it's predatory. But by predatory, you mean it gives them the opportunity to
yes,
become
also gives you
rich.
opportunity
If
if they're
that's what
doing it.
predatory means.
Yeah.
If predatory means
Think of it like this,
gives
man.
them the opportunity to become
I'll tell you
richer than
this.
all of their friends, then yes, it is the
I'll-
most predatory behavior
yes.
you could possibly partake in is
Always play it.
gambling on the internet.
You should always play with just, you know, never gamble when you're depressed. Never gamble when you're drunk. Sorry, don't do it.
I would
I've done
gamble.
it, and I lost a lot of money being drunk because you're just careless when you're drunk. And yeah, so I recommend that. Also, like, you could play a slot for 10 years straight and never hit the jackpot. And you could walk into casino that day and play one time and hit the jackpot. So always remember that. That's what gambling is. Completely fucking random.
Yeah.
And
So
you're all
just
yes.
make sure, but the only way to figure out how random it is to try to gamble as much as possible, and that way you can test out your different theories.
Yes.
And then if you use like the scientific method, you could like increase gambling on
You
certain.
could increase your stress level of thinking that you have a better chance of winning. It's designed for you to win if you're smart.
According to which superstitions that you abide by. For example, if you like
Yes.
Yankees and like you're like, hey, well today's a Monday, they're probably gonna lose.
Yeah.
The
And you might have been right. You might have been right like
bet
5
on the
Mondays
other
in a
guy.
row.
Bet on the away team that day.
Yeah.
The Yankees aren't going to do well today. Good. Bet on the away team, and then test that theory. If that theory doesn't work, well, then do the opposite the next day. Say, I
Yeah.
don't think they're going to
Yeah.
win today. Well, that means I should bet on them because
I'm
I
gonna
was
tell you,
wrong last
usually
time.
your first bet when you come into gambling always wins. So that's why you say bet a lot. Because usually your
Bet
first bet always
bet
wins.
a
Like
lot
beginner's
and
luck.
bet often.
No,
Bet
just
as
bet once
much
and then get
money
out
as
and
you
never gamble
can.
again.
Bet as much money as you can, and then the next time you have as much money as possible, bet that again also at that time.
Think about it like this: like if you left the casino, you're like, "Man, I finally won, brought some money home." Have you truly won in gambling with all those
Eventually
losses you
you'll win.
took?
It's really a 50-50 chance every time. So just think of
Yeah.
it like that. So
Yeah.
if you just
It's a 50-50 chance, like every 20%. So
yeah, so if you like mess it up 4 times, you're gonna get it the 5th time.
yeah.
So bet more money the 5th time than
Yeah.
on the first 4 if you didn't win. And then just keep increasing the amount you
It
bet. So
definitely
that way you can
takes
recoup your losses.
skill to gamble. So don't go in and not know what you're
Bet
doing.
responsibly, kids.
Bet responsibly with the highest bet possible.
At
Okay.
mybookie.ag.
Responsibly though, knowing that you're betting a lot of money. That's all.
And then use promo code NorthSouth.
Yeah, get you a discount because you're gonna need it.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for listening.
This is UFC 275 post show.
This is the official postcast with Dana White, everybody.
Dana
Thanks for
White's
listening.
sex slave, assistant to the sex slave. I mean, he's not the
I
official sex
have
slave.
a
I
sex
am.
tape.
You're assistant to the sex slave.
I'm
You're not the official.
assistant to the sex slave of the
Yeah.
guy who
You're my
recorded the
assistant.
sex tape.
Dana comes in with no assistance. All right, we're gonna stop before we get in trouble. Later, guys.
Bye, boys.